All right, page 19 is solving. All right, example 1 is 2 sine squared theta minus 3 sine of theta plus 1 equals 0. 2 sine squared theta. What was that? I don't know what that was. 2 sine squared theta minus 3 sine of theta plus 1.
Oh, it's like, I get it.
Okay, so let's break this down and go back to algebra 2. It is a quadratic equation, and instead of sine squared, I'm going to put x squared. So this is 2x squared minus 3x plus 1. Sorry, instead of sine of theta, I'm going to put x. So wherever sine of theta was, I'm putting x. How do we factor this? The only way to get 2x squared is 2x and x. The only way to get 1 is 1 times 1. And my middle number needs to add up to negative 3. So what is that going to be? Negative, negative. Does everybody agree with that factoring? So now I'm going to come back. You're writing this down. And instead of writing x, I'm going to write 2 sine of theta minus 1 and sine of theta minus 1. Don't forget to make it equal 0. If you don't put the equal 0, I'll count points off. What do we normally do from here? Split them and make them both equal to 0. And I'm going to solve. From here, I'm going to inverse sine on both sides, which will give me the inverse sine of 1/2 and the inverse sine of 1. Yes. Because how do I get theta by itself? We have to do the opposite. The opposite of sine is inverse sine. Where is sine 1/2? Pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. Where is sine 1? Yeah, you can let her. Pi over. Thank you, Miss Cash. You're good. Feel free to eat. Where is sine 1? Pi over 2. And so those are my answers. Pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, and pi over 2. They do not have to. You can, but they do not have to. So I did not put them in order right there. I tend to, but it doesn't matter. Oh, and I forgot to add, I'm not going to write it on every one because we all know I'm going to forget. These are all going to be on the interval from 0 to 2 pi. So everything that we're doing today is on that interval. What questions do I have? Where are you confused at? This is not on the quiz. Your quiz is going to be like your homework, worksheet 1. This is worksheet 2. So if we don't finish all 9 problems today, we will finish them on Tuesday, and then all of Tuesday you'll have time to work on worksheet 2 in class. What?
What page is worksheet 1?
No, worksheet 1 is like the physical worksheet I gave you.
What pages is it?
Oh, on the notes. 17 and 18. Yep. No questions? All right, let's do example 2. I have the tangent of theta plus the square root of 3 times the sine of theta minus 1, and that's going to equal 0. I like these problems. But what do you think we're going to do first? Say it again. We can straight up go to separating them. Somebody last period's like, Miss, I don't need a FOIL. God, no, don't do that. Don't make your life more difficult. It's already factored. Just separate them. What is the inverse tan of negative square root of 3? Where is tangent negative square root of 3? 2 pi over 3 is one of the answers because it's negative in the second quadrant, and 5 pi over 3 because tangent is also negative in the fourth quadrant. What about the sine, inverse sine of 1? Where is sine 1? Pi over 2. Now, I want you to put a star on this problem. Can everybody please look up? One of these solutions does not work. Why and which one? Nope, 5 pi over 3 works for all of them. Pi over 2. Why pi over 2? If I take pi over 2 and plug it back into my equation right here, what is the tangent of pi over 2? Undefined. Can you have undefined as an answer? This right here we call extraneous. When you plug it back into your equation, it is undefined. So my answers are just 2 pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. If you have tangent, cotangent, cosecant, or secant, check for extraneous solutions. Why do I have to check for these particular functions? Because they have undefined on our unit circle. So always be careful. And if it's sine and cosine, you don't really need to check as far as if the solutions work. But if you have tan, cotangent, if you have any of the reciprocals or tan, you need to check and make sure it works. Okay? What questions do I have? We're good? Move on? We're going over 9 of them. We're on number 3. The sine of theta minus 8 cosecant of theta equals 7. If you have sine and cosecant, I am going to suggest you probably should do what first? Say it again. Change cosecant to sine, right? To make them even. I am also, when I do that, I'm also going to subtract 7 from both sides. So then I'm going to get the sine of theta minus 8, 1 over the sine of theta minus 7 equals 0. Why would I do that? Or what can I do now? So I can't factor out the sign because the sign here is on the bottom, but I can actually kind of do the opposite and do what? I can multiply everything here by the sine of theta. What you do to one, you have to do to all. What is the sine of theta times the sine of theta? What is the sine of theta times negative 8 times 1 over sine of theta? Do y'all agree those signs would cancel out? I'm going to actually put that negative 8 over here. And what is the sine of theta times negative 7? Does everybody see what I did there? And then what's the sine of theta times 0? Now, does this look just like number 1? Yes. Can I explain what I did, or does anybody need me to go over again how I went from this to this? Okay, re-explain it. So I have sine right here. I'm going to multiply sine times sine is sine squared. Right here I have sine and negative 8 times 1 over sine. What is the sine of theta times negative 8, 1 over sine of theta? Do you agree those signs will cancel? And what am I left with? Negative 8. And then what is sine times negative 7? Does that make sense? Okay. And I just reordered it so that I could have it like number 1. Are we all okay? All right, how can I rewrite this? X squared. Don't forget your equals 0. By the way, I'm never going to grade what's over here. I'm only grading what's equivalent. This is just a tool to help us. You do not have to do this if you get it without doing it. What? How does this factor out to? I need to know factors of negative 8 that add up to negative 7. So negative 8 plus 1. So coming back, I get the sine of theta minus 8, the sine of theta plus 1. I will count off if it looks like this. It needs to equal 0. Now what? Separate and go. Write it down, please. Ava, I didn't post yesterday's in there, in that folder, or you didn't look? I think I posted it. I think I already posted yesterday's. What is the inverse sine of 8? Is it on our unit circle? Nope. Why do you think it doesn't exist? Isn't sine y over r 8 over 1? Is that possible? Why not? Your y cannot be bigger than your r. This is extraneous. If you don't what?
If you don't like extraneous.
If you don't put an X or do anything with it, it will be points off. Yeah.
So what if you don't have it in your solution set?
I still need you to put something here to let me know why. Like whether that's an X, you write the word extraneous, does not exist, undefined, something like that. Yeah. Because then I'll think you didn't. Because some people, what happens is they get here and they're like, I don't know what to do, and then they move on. So how do I know that you know it's extraneous?
Got to like the factors, like 3 lines above, and then only do the right side instead of the left side extraneous.
There, you can go right here and right away write extraneous, and I'd be okay with that.
Okay.
Yep. What is the inverse sign of -1? 3 pi over 2. And so what is my solution? Just 3 pi over 2. Are we okay over there? Can I answer any questions? Better? I do have 0.5 left, yeah. All right, can I go on? Example 3. Nope, we just did example 3. Example 4. Give me 1 second and I'll give it to you. What is the tan of theta times the cosine of theta? You know, Gabe, now that I think about it, you said your lunchbox fell down the stairs. I'm downstairs.
Miss, he was coming from upstairs.
Yeah, but if it fell downstairs, it fell to you. The tangent of theta times the cosine of theta equals the cosine of theta. What can or do I do?
I have cosine, subtracting cosine.
Move the cosine and make it equal 0. And be careful, those cosines just don't cross out. Why?
Because it's connected to tan.
It's connected to tan. But I do have 2 cosines. What can I do? Factor one of them out. So I'm left with tan of theta minus 1 equals 0. Yeah, and separate them. I have 2 factors. And some people have a hard time seeing that. If you need to put parentheses around those, same thing. Where is cosine 0? Nope. Oh. Pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. Where's tangent 1? What quadrant is tangent positive? Quadrant 3 and 1, so 5 pi over 4. What are my solutions? We have a tangent, so I need to check. Do all of these work? No. What is the tangent of these 2? These are extraneous. So pi over 4 and 5 pi over 4 are my only example answers. Sorry. No, I mean, it won't always be extraneous. Like if I got pi over 3, pi over tangent has a pi over 3, so it's fine.
So one of the answers is like over 2. They usually
If you're with tangent, yes. If you're with tangent, yes. And if you're with, no. Because cotangent, the cotangent of pi over 2 is 0. If you're with the cosine is 0, so the secant would also be extraneous there. Okay, I really quick want to point something out. This is like a side note. You don't have to write this down. But did anybody in here think to not move the cosine over, but to change tangent right away? Some people might have thought, hey, let me change this to sine theta over cosine theta like this. Did anybody in here think to do that? And then you cancel it out and you end up getting sine theta equals cosine theta. Well, this was an assessment question for y'all's first assessment. Where on your unit circle does sine theta equal cosine? Where is x the same as y on your unit circle? So that's like another way to do this. You're not specifically solving for theta here, but does that make sense, what I'm saying? Okay.
So that's possible.
That would make sense to me and work. Alright, we are now on example 5. By the way, I would love to let y'all go off and be like, okay, your turn. However, every single one of these examples that I'm doing is like a different situation that I want you to see. 3 cosine of theta plus 3 equals 2 sine squared theta. What? Yes. So can I sit here and move this all, make it equal 0, and do my x squared? Why not? I have 2 different functions. I have sine and cosine. So Cassie said, do I need to use an identity? Yeah, you do. What identity could I use to replace with sine squared theta? What does sine squared theta equal? Your Pythagorean identities. What does sine squared theta equal?
So 2 minus 2?
1 minus. Yeah, and we'll do that in a second, but I'm going to do it each step. This is equal to 1 minus cosine squared theta. And then what am I going to do? Move it all to one side. I want a positive, so I'm going to move it this way. You with me, Ava? Just making sure you're awake. And that's going to give me 2x squared plus 3x plus 1 equals 0. Am I going too fast? What's the only way to get 2x squared? 2x times x. What's the only way to get 1? 1 and 1. And how can I make 3? Now go back and substitute in what this time? Cosine. And don't forget your equal 0. And I'm going to let y'all finish this one on your own. Go. Please make sure you are not skipping steps as you do this. What is the inverse cosine of negative 1/2? 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. Again, if you're not getting this quickly, I need you to be brain dumping your circle every day. Again, you're going to get a blank circle on your test. So if you can brain dump that in 3 or 4 minutes, you'll be able to look at it. You know what I mean? But you need to make sure you have that there. Your test is 1 week from today. So on Monday, we have that quiz. Tuesday is going to be a homework day. Wednesday's review. Thursday's assessment. Friday is test. And then y'all get a 4-day weekend. It's not too bad. This one's not too bad. What? What'd you say? No. Just like out of all the tests, you've taken the, in my opinion, you've taken the 2 hardest tests of the year already besides the final. Yeah, well the final's the whole semester, so that's a little, you gotta still remember it all. What is the inverse cosine of negative 1? Where is cosine negative 1? Pi. So this is all cosine, so I don't have any extraneous. So you can put it in order, or if you don't, that's okay. There is your answer. Do I have any questions? No? This next one is a little weird. I honestly don't know. I don't think I would expect you to know what to do, but does anybody want to guess? Multiply by what? Why? To get rid of the fraction? I like that idea. I'm going to go with what he said real quick. Did y'all write that down? Sorry, I didn't know if everybody was done. I am going to multiply by 2 to get rid of the fraction. That looks familiar. What does that look like?
Double identity.
It is one of our lovely identities that we learned. It's a little, which one is it? So I can rewrite this as the sine of 2 theta equals a negative 1. That doesn't look familiar. We definitely need to be making sure we know that one. Can y'all see that? It's getting a little dark right there. There we go. All right. And this was what we did at the end, our last problem 2 days ago. So whenever we had a double angle, what do we do next? We're going to inverse sine arc cosine, so that's going to give me 2 theta equals the inverse sine of negative 1. And what did I tell you you needed to do whenever you had a double angle?
Change the restriction.
The restriction is going to multiply by 2 so that it becomes 4 pi. Where is sine negative 1 on our unit circle? 3 pi over 2. So that's just a 2 pi. If I go around the circle again, 7 pi over 2. And if you are somebody that's sitting there like, I don't know what they just did. The inverse sine of 1, look up real quick. The inverse sine of negative 1 is 3 pi over 2. But because it's a double angle, I'm doubling my restriction. For this one right here, I'm taking that 3 pi over 2 and I'm adding 2 pi to it. Or 4 pi over 2. Which is how I got that. Is theta by itself? I gotta divide it by 2. And what does that do when I do that?
Change the denominators to 4.
It changes the denominators to 4. What that also does, that I don't know if I told you the other day, but that also changes my restriction back to my original restriction. And sorry. No, but these two, don't you agree these two are back on my original restriction? So it works out. What questions can I answer? This one's weird. What questions can I answer about it? Any questions? How much time do we have? Oh, we still got 15 minutes.
Yeah, we did last night.
You think we can finish them all?
Yeah.
A minute is like 5 minutes.
A minute is like 5 minutes?
It's like a time chamber. What time do you pass?
Alright, I'm going to go on to the next page and I'm just going to name it page 19 again. If you are still on your page, you're good. We'll do example 7. I can change this? Alright. Okay. Example 7 says the cosine of 2 theta plus 3 equals 5 cosine of theta. Ooh. You see an identity, and what should we do with that identity? What is the cosine of 2 theta? Okay, this is the one with 3 different ones. And I told you, honestly, I would remember that top one. Right? However, is that top one probably going to help us? Probably not. I think the third one too. Why do we think the third one is going to help us? Because. So it's going to be 2 cosine squared theta minus 1. Honestly, if you memorize that top one and then plug in the Pythagorean identity as well, you'd get the same thing. I wouldn't worry about memorizing all of them. I'd memorize that top one and you're good. Cosine squared minus sine squared. All right, what do I need to do now?
Move the cosines and combine the like term.
So I need to combine those and move this to the other side. Alright, y'all go off and do the rest of this one. Ooh, that one's fun.
Oh, really?
Maybe we should save these other two for next week.
Yes, please. Can you do it on Saturday? Zoom meeting.
I've thrown a lot at y'all today. We can do 2 on Tuesday. I'm trying to upset anybody on a Friday. Is that what y'all got when y'all factored? 2x minus 1, x minus 2?
did it wrong.
What'd you do wrong?
I put 2 cosine beta minus 2. That one minus 1.
Oh yeah, be careful. That's not adding up to -5. What is the inverse cosine of 1/2? Where is cosine 1/2? Pi over 3 and what? 5 pi over 3. Where is cosine 2? Why is it impossible? It's a XYR. It doesn't work. It is extraneous. We should finish it? We got 10 minutes. I think I can only do one problem in 10 minutes. Huh?
3 minutes per.
I don't want to do this next week, please.
Yes. Johnson's not going to be here Monday.
Oh, I'm probably not going to do it on Monday. I'll do it on Tuesday.
But still,
No, let's do
I want a full homework day than the partial homework day. Yeah, don't forget to
Oh, how many of y'all are missing Monday? A bunch of y'all, huh? Band. You're not missing Monday. Okay. The tangent of theta equals 3 sine of theta. Change what? Change tan to then what? What?
Oh, we could. Wait, let's move sign and then we can.
Let's not move sine just yet. Yeah, let's multiply by cosine. Get rid of the fraction.
Yeah, smart.
Oh, I see it. No, I don't. I don't see it.
Now we can just.
Yeah, now let's move one of these to the other side. It doesn't matter which one goes which side.
I think you can move from or something.
We should what?
Just the sign. So it's updated.
Move just the sign. Are y'all okay with me still putting the equal 0 on the end? Oh yeah, I heard it was extra wing day today. Please don't. I told you to go outside. Now what? GCF, factor out that sine of theta. Now? Split. Where is sine 0? Sine?
0, 2 pi.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Is it going to be 0 or 2 pi?
2 pi.
Go back to my interval. Why 0? Because it's equal to. Do you see how the 2 pi does not have an equal to sign? So we hadn't had that issue come up yet. So it is 0 and pi. We are not putting 2 pi on there. What about the inverse cosine of 1/3? It's x over r.
3.
That's not extraneous. My r is bigger. What do I do? What? I told you we should leave it for next week, but no. What do we do? It's XYR. It's not extraneous. What do we do? RA. That's what we did yesterday. Did you say that? We didn't hear you. You weren't loud enough. Speak up. It's RA. We brought everything from yesterday. Oh, goodness. All right. So we are going to do the inverse cosine of 1 divided by 3. If it is not extraneous and it's not on our unit circle, you're coming to the calculator. So what is my RA? 1.23. What quadrants am I in? Why 1 and 4? Cosine is positive, so I'm going to be in quadrant 1 and quadrant 4. It's been 24 hours. How do I find theta in quadrant 1?
It's just RA.
It's just RA. Look, y'all are coming alive. What about quadrant 4? And 2 pi minus RA I'm going to do real quick. Oh, I did forget to do the A equals. Let's do A equals right there. So I can just do 2 pi minus A and I get 5.05. And so what is my solution going to be? Wait. Go back to your original equation. What's in the original equation? Tangent. Do these work?
No. Yeah. No. Yes.
Yeah. What's the tangent of 0?
0.
It works. Do I care about the order?
No.
No. If I'm being honest. I don't know if Ms. Gandhi does, but I don't. Ooh, what was that? All right, you want to save the last one. We have one more, but we'll save it. We'll save it.
You put on the video?
Nope, I'm done.
I'll watch it.
2 minutes? No, I'm not trying to. This next, no. Just let me no. All right.